Great morning. Oh my goodness. I'm going to pull some cards. I just heard about the Alec Baldwin thing that they're charging him. What is it? Involuntary manslaughter? So what can you tell us about that? Let's look and see what we get with that. The center of it, the main female. Now, I don't know if he's got a female prosecutor judge or if this has to do with the woman that was accidentally killed on the set. Horrible accident. I can't imagine being Alec and having that happen. Okay, this is about our rules, our laws, the way we see it, what's being birthed. It could be also that. So what is coming down the pike? What's being birthed with this? Let's see what we have. Okay, above it we have the Tower moment. Okay. And absolutely, that it's a Tower moment, and wanting to get to a better place. So it looks like the cards are listening with what it is. Okay, now I just pulled my cards. And I've got an empty direction. They're on the horns of a dilemma with the gun. Okay. So it looks like they're charged, but they don't really know what to do with this case, is what it's looking like. We're on the horns of a dilemma. Really, he didn't, it wasn't his fault. He was given the gun by the prop department. It was their job to really take care of it, not his. What does he know? So I think that they're having a difficult with that. This is going to require some more investigation, and I'm sure that he is also feeling quite difficult alone with this, soul searching, but really this was not his doing. It wasn't anything. I'm really surprised that they are charging him. He had it in his hand, but yeah, this is about the death. Okay. So far, the cards are listening. Let's see what else we have about the death. Investigations they're doing now. A deception. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Are they going to find out there's more to it? Now, I don't think that deception is on the part of Alec. It's on the part of somebody working with the prop department, the gun armory, the one that is supposed to be taking care of that. Breath. Need to take a breath. And look at this. Okay, let's see what we have. The divine matrix. that they're, saying that this is all connected in some way, shape, or form. The galactic mushroom. And a decision has to be made. Decide. So let's see what else we have with this. So again, we have a tower moment when it comes to this woman that was accidentally killed on the set. And so what's being birthed out of this is this trial coming up, the investigation, on the horns of a dilemma when it comes to the gun, an empty direction, okay? When it comes to the death, deception. Now that might have to pull another card on that and see what that's about. Breath. Divine matrix and decisions. Deciding. Trying to figure out what kind of card to pull on that for deception. Rope. Someone is going to get tied up on that. Now, why do we have coins on here? Money, what's above it, and then a clasp that holds your thing together. The eagle. Okay, let's pull our other cards and see what we get going into it. Okay, the world card. So what's surrounding it? What's happening? Wanting to bring this to a conclusion. Holding. What's being held to. This could be the information, what took place in, again, this is an emotional thing, so they're trying to look at evidence, gather and collect it, so they can bring this to a conclusion. The challenge is where this is going. Okay. Okay, let me pull the third card and see what we have. The money backings. Somebody, this emotional, it's usually like an emotional walking away. But who was sharing what with who? And what is all the happenings, the groundwork happenings that were going on at that time? Okay. It could be my card for the Repugly Ugly Party, but also it's about your daily happenings, that card. So this is some emotional things, looking at it with the daily happenings that were surrounding this. Maybe evidence that has to do with the set, the family there, all the participants on it. But let's look underneath and see what we have. See if it's bringing a little more clarification. But it looks like, the rope with the deception, that's my card I get with, you get enough rope, you hang yourself. So I think that something is going to come out. The hidden things. Okay? we've got this strong mindset there. Some illusions surrounding us, some delusions, something dark was going on. Feeling tied up. Now, I don't know why it would be, with the family, the husband wants to know what happened, okay? Tempering, bringing this to balance when it comes to what was manipulated, what happened, what took place. Okay, so working to try to figure out they're, again, using the action, the mental, looking at the evidence when it comes to this death. There's, of course, a struggle with it. There's going to be this defending. Again, we have to look at the, who was in control of the actions there? Who has the ultimate control of it? And behind the scenes, what was done? Who was doing what behind the scenes that caused this to take place? Reevaluating what took place and how it came to be with that. What are the seeds of it? So moving this forward, taking action to clear it up, because this is really causing a lot of pain. The fishtails, they're going to look at the fishtails with this, wanting to get to the truth of it, the Pandora's box, and a victory in the end. I feel I think their conclusion is going to come up to exonerating Alec, but there was a deception in him getting that gun. Whoever gave it to him, okay, that's what they're going to have to find out, because I don't see the culpability. Yeah, he had it in his hand, and he's the one that fired it. But he was not the one that set this up. I feel that it's more the problem with the prop department, the ones that were supposed to be tracking the gun, keeping it under wraps, and it shouldn't have been a real gun to begin with. It shouldn't have been. And who loaded it? Okay. Why was it loaded? Because it wasn't Alec that loaded the gun. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull some more cards on this. It's just a sad situation. I feel for people concerned. Okay. I have to figure this out. Oh. Okay, I was asking what's happening with Alec in this. Well, he's the star of the thing. Going into it, we have, he's chained by this. He's stuck in this. doesn't know, okay? Has no clue how it happened. Okay, let's do another one and see if we can get a little more information with that. You know, did somebody set him up? Did somebody, you know, what about the person that was supposed to be taking care of the gun? What can you tell me about that? Let's see what we have here. They're culpable for the main action. They had control of this. Okay? The person that was supposed to be taking care of the guns. That's who the investigation is going to really be looking into. Yeah. This is his mental restriction, his mental thing. Not Alec. Okay, Alec has no idea how this happened. He's stuck in this. He's charged with this. But all he knows, you know, is the gun is what it's supposed to be, a prop. Now, the guy that was supposed to be taking care of this, he's the one that is ultimately culpable. He's the one that had the direct action with this. They're investigating it, and again, the rope. This is what's going to tie him up. Okay. Okay, let me see. Pull these cards and see. All right, I wanted to know if Alec is going to be jailed for this. Is he going to be found guilty? Well, in the center we have the family. And we have justice going into it, and it's being worked on. Okay? Justice is being worked on. Okay. So this is looking at the evidence, again, seeing what took place. So I think that when they look at this closely, they're looking more at the guy that was supposed to be taking care of the props. Why was that gun loaded? Okay. The family wants justice. Okay. And yeah, they're going to look at the evidence. And the evidence is that Alec Baldwin had nothing to do with the setting up the gun. He was just doing his regular acting thing that he was supposed to be doing. Okay. It's in the hands of the one that was supposed to be taking care of it. Now, another thing that I think I remembered I heard was somebody had loaded it and was doing it target practice or something with it, which should have never been done. And why did they have a live gun on the set? Okay, I was asking about that. You know, there was somebody that went and used it for target practice. Okay. So what we have here is trying to come to some balance and look at this, what took place. Okay. The one that was actually put this in motion. the guy that went out and used it for target practice. Okay, he's the one, the one they're going to look at most. And all the things that were going on behind the scenes, who all was involved with this. Okay. And at the consequences of it. Okay. We're looking at the consequences of this action. The one that's in charge, the one that's culpable with it. Behind the scenes. Okay. So I get this feels more like Alec here. This is what he was handed, you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here for now. But I'm very surprised that they're charging Alec to begin with. Ultimately, I think that their decision is going to come down on the guy that was supposed to be, that had control of the props, that was supposed to keep this stuff under lock and key, was supposed to check it, and he handed a loaded gun to Alec Baldwin. I can't imagine being in that space of being on a set, being given something you think is a prop, and that happening. Yeah, that just feeling sick, you know, with it. Just sad. You know, I pulled the cards again for it, and I got the same thing again. Mature woman and the Empress. I got it again. So it, you know, it doesn't feel like, again, I wanted to do it in reference to Alec. But it's what happened to the woman, what's been birthed out of this, what were the circumstances and things. Now, the mature woman could be either, I don't know if it's the prosecutor, if it has to do with the woman that was killed, if it's the judge, but it's got something to do with one of the women. Now, mature could be looking at this rationally. Okay, yeah, I pulled other cards, and what we have is new information for Alec. The bad luck is the key. Okay, it was bad luck. It was an accident. It wasn't something that he had perpetrated. Okay, I feel that he was as much a victim as the woman and the family in a way. Here he has to live with the guilt of accidentally killing this woman, okay? And that's something he has to live with. Yeah, I was just sitting for a second and see if something else is coming through. I'm not feeling anything else coming through from, higher. But I think it's going to come down to the culpability of the person that was supposed to be in control of the gun as a prop. Ultimately, he's the one who actually put the bullets in the gun, which wound up killing this woman. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online.